Hey guys, I hope you're having an awesome day. Whenever you get to watch this, I would suggest that you watch it with a pen and paper and or your phone so that you can write down specific questions that you may have a lot of stuff to say, going to define a lot of things, and so that we have some shared language for us. Thank you so much for taking the next 10 minutes to listen to all of this. Love y'all. So 2019's theme is us. This is our us year, and I just really feel like I wanted to bring emphasis and focus to us as a tribe and us as a people group. So all of you guys, or many of you guys may already know this, but we knew that when we launched this church, is the first thing that felt right to us is that we need a year. We need a year in the church or in the house together. We need a year to say this is who we are. Here's who would come. Here's what it would feel like, and to get to know one another on a more deeper level, but also to connect to each other in a more intentional way. We knew we needed a year. Well, the year's up, and it's 2019, and we knew that in this first quarter, we are feeling an incredible amount of urgency to move into a space. First thing I want to say is that I don't feel urgency that's birthed out of pressure. I feel urgency that is birthed out of purpose. I know that God has called us for a purpose, and I'm sensing that bubbling forth. So that's why I feel the urgency to say, we got to find a place. So we've begun the conversation and are starting to make moves towards finding a church that would rent out to us in the evening, finding a venue that would work to us that would have minimal setup and breakdown so that we can start having and hosting Sunday services outside of the house. Super exciting. A lot of things are about to get super real because of it, but we know that it's the right move to make. We know that it's the right time to make it, and I just want you guys to know that when we're making that move, I am thinking of us. I'm thinking about what God has called us to do, who God has called us to impact, and the place and position that God is giving to us in this city. So be prayerful, be intentional, and help me find a place. With this kind of big move means that we're ready and feel that it's time for us to reintroduce, to relaunch, and in some cases launch brand new, these structures, these opportunities for us to connect, and our culture at Tribe to take a shift and move towards the things that we planned. Last year in the summer, we planned out the entire second half of the year of 2018. Of those calendar dates, I'd say somewhere around 20% of those things got accomplished. And without it being shade or a knock to anyone, it didn't come for any other reason except that Christina and I decided we would not allow ourselves or each other to be burnt out, tired pastors. Burnt out, tired pastors don't work for anyone. They're mean, they're aggressive, they're condescending, and it's not who we're called to be and who we want to allow each other to be. But with that being said, in 2019, I think we're ready. I think we're ready to start moving towards the things that we've dreamt this community of being. So what you're about to hear is a bunch of shared language for things that I believe God is calling us to launch, to innovate, and to create in our space together. This is where you're going to want your notebook in case you have any questions on these things, but this is the shared language that I want us to have. We're going to reintroduce and relaunch this thing that we're going to call socials. And here's what a social is. Socials are going to be strategic events held for the purpose of connecting people to our ministry's culture, vision, and mission. These are very strategic, very intentional events where we will hold zero punches about making it known that people should love Tribe, come to Tribe, join Tribe, be here. We're not going to hold any punches, and we're going to make it a very intentional and strategic event based around the purpose of getting people involved into our community and getting them acclimated into our culture. This is not for the casual, like, hey, just come and see what we're like. This is for the very strategic. This is what we're going to do, and this is how you can be involved in that. So socials, I want you to think back to our very, very first and probably only official social, which was at Duos 58, which is basically us renting out a coffee shop. So there will be more intent, again, strategic about renting out a space to say, hey, this is who Tribe is, and you should definitely be a part of it. So be expecting that socials be reintroduced in 2019, maybe as early as March and April. Meetups are going to be a more casual approach to opportunities for us to connect to one another for the purpose of creating friendship and for creating connection. Meetups are going to be as casual and as easy, and should be as casual and easy as one of us calling each other and saying, hey, would you like to meet up? This is just us putting on the calendar an opportunity for the people in our community to meet up. think to the matcha Saturday or the matcha meetup, think to the Suns event to grab pizza, think to things that don't always have to be separated, men and women, but can be corporately, like we did at Lineage when we said, hey, Tribe is going to be at Lineage from 1 to 4, come and hang out. So it's this idea that we're creating space for people to get to know one another, and we're helping them find each other in local spaces or homes or however we do that. It'll be a much more casual, less structured opportunity for us to connect to one another. Dinner parties are stuff that you guys are aware of because we had great success doing, but dinner parties are going to be reintroduced as a monthly thing. Some point it might be even more frequent than that with multiple sites and host spaces. But dinner parties are going to be the marriage and the combinations of a social and a meetup. The reason why I say that is because the dinner party, I would like for whoever is hosting to be able to have a 5 to 8 minute encouragement on the front end of the meeting or the front end of dinner, so that you could say, hey, at Tribe this week, we were talking about this and it reminded me of that. Or in this season at Tribe, I've been learning, and however, and that you would encourage people in what you've been experiencing God or how you've been experiencing God. And then you let them eat and you see how beautiful it is to see people connect and to share space and heart together. Our core value for these reasons, for these things, as far as socials, meetups, and dinner parties, is that it is God's preferred method for belonging is heart-on-heart connection. In other words, the way that God wants us to feel a sense of rooted, anchored belonging is by connecting to one another and ultimately into connecting with Him. So there's no substitute for heart-on-heart and life-on-life connection. Core nights are going to be things that are going to start to pepper our calendar, and that's an opportunity for us as a core, people who have been identified and who have stepped into a position that have said, hey, I want to be a part of the essence and core of what Tribe is by furthering the mission, the vision, and the culture here, by taking part in helping serve to whichever capacity that is, to lead in some capacities, or to be empowered, equipped, and enabled in others. Core meetups are basically going to be our in-house, what's going on, how do we equip, empower, and enable you to do the thing that God has called us to do. And it's going to be opportunities for us to also talk about some leadership training, some character development, but ultimately to also look at our calendars, know what's coming up, what is expected and what is needed, and who's going to toe that line to say, I'm here, I'm in, and I can do that. Crew nights are going to be our version of interest groups, small groups, cell groups, whatever name you've heard of. We're going to call those crew nights or crews. And that's going to be our way of getting people who have met in a corporate setting or in a larger environment to shrink down and to have some more meaningful discussion. This would be most likely its closest relationship would be more of a discipleship or training growth track. It's about spiritual growth. It'll have Bible study dynamic. It'll have shared readings, those type of things. Those will have opportunities for you to lead, because obviously Christina and I won't be doing every crew, but it'll have opportunities for you to lead Bible studies, partake in Bible studies, grow in devotional, and to have our spiritual DNA being implemented at crew. Lastly and shortly not least, I just want to say thank you. I love you guys so much. I hope that you made it through this whole video. Again, having only 10 minutes, I've been rushing a lot of things, but I hope that some of these things are clear, that it actually provokes excitement in you, and that it raises up purpose and passion and hope, because it's going to be an amazing year. I wanted you guys to know all this because on the 24th, when we do our little mixer at the end of service or after service on the 24th of February, these are the type of things that we're going to talk to people about, as far as, hey, these are things that are coming. And currently, as we are, here are ways that you can get involved in our community, places of need and necessity, places of opportunity for service and for volunteering, blah, blah, blah. Partner with us. Get in now, because it's about to be awesome and amazing. I love you guys. Bless you, and I'll see you on Sunday.